So here we are back at Thruxton, and it'll be interesting to see how the teams have progressed compared to the first race here way back in April. And as you'll see, the weather is looking distinctly British here today. It's dull and dreary, and we may well have some rain at some point today.
Good day, finale fighters. I'm Unsilent, and we're on the air with more TOCA 2 touring cars. It's episode 9, race weekend 9, the final race weekend, not the last race weekend, but one that is the last race weekend of TOCA 2 touring cars. Thanks for tuning in. Foggy Thruxton. Well, what do we know about Thruxton? Blindingly fast, incredibly fast. Let's take a tick there, and a tick there. We want to keep that accelerating. We're not going to touch that because we didn't need to the last time out at Snetterton. Well, we should have done better at Snetterton, but one little mistake, right? Can't afford to do the same thing here at Thruxton. We're 10 points behind Rydell in the championship chase, so we need every point we can score today.
First of all, we have qualifying for the sprint race. Just one lap of the track to get that all-important grid position.
Grid position? What about that all-important 1 point, Tiff? We're going to need every one of those we can get. Okay, there we go. I was wondering when it was going to switch back to my driving view. I was like, is it glitched out and I just have to do it from reverse view? I'll never be able to handle that. All right, here we come up to the first chicane. How fast is the first chicane? Fourth it is. Flat through the second, through the left, and flat through there. Alright, hold it in the middle of the track because we know it can get a little spinny on the inside of the track, and especially on the curbs. Oh, we're coming back to the left. I thought it was just right. It was basically like Giant Hockenheim, but without any of the chicanes. Just go right all the way around in one long-ass curve until you get to the end. Speaking of which, where the hell is it, that final chicane? Because it's nothing but fog. It's a fog wall in front of you. How the hell are you supposed to... Nowadays, they wouldn't let you race in this, right? I imagine we have to be coming up on it because there's signs of life on the left. Oh, and there's a split there. Oh, there's a sign. No breakout, I guess, the 50. Okay, we'll try this in fourth. And hop the curb a bit. Probably not the best idea I've ever had, but we'll see what happens as we get to the line.
Let's see where that time puts him on the grid.
I'm hoping 12.5 is good.
So, at the end of the session, taking his first pole of the year, it's the 95 champion John Cleland. He should be quite happy with that qualifying lap, finishing in the top 5.
What is this grid? You've got Cleland on pole, not implausible. Yvonne's in second. What is up with that? And then it's Nissan, me, Nissan. There's 2 Renaults, a Peugeot. Where's Rickard? There he is in 9th. Oh my goodness. Even if I'm not on pole, this could be advantageous. Cox in last? What the hell's going on? I swear the game, we were looking at the track map the last time. I swear the game said Cox was the lap record holder. Did he, I don't know what the hell. All right. 4 laps race time. Let's go.
So the engine revs rise as the drivers wait for the start of the day's sprint race.
So we'll start fourth. A little slow coming off the line. And we'll be on the outside as we go into the first turn. So we'll have to... Oh, we are going to outdrag Leslie too. Oh my goodness, they're trying to kill each other, and Yvonne has taken... Oh, they're trying to kill me too. I didn't see Dave come back up on me. What is going on? I think I see Rickard in my mirror. Someone's grinding off of the back of me. Oh, it's Yvonne. I almost got turned by Dave there. That's going to slow me up a lot. I got caught put in a bad spot there. Coming up on 2 guys with all the speed in the world and nowhere to go. This is going considerably better than my first trip to Thruxton. We're going to get by. Is this Ant here? Yeah. How the hell did Ant find his way out front by? How the hell am I so fast? Okay. I don't know what the hell what that first lap was, but we're in the lead, so I'm not going to play too much. But yes, we nearly got killed by everyone in that first lap at various points. So we're going to try not to get killed by everyone by streaking away from them faster than they can go. I mean, at this point, whoop, don't hit that curb. Don't ever hit a curb. Just avoid all the curves except that last chicane. Basically, just try and keep it as clean as possible, because what we're looking for was a nice clean race. As much as one can, nice clean race in this thing. And it's also hard to, like, figure out if you're spinning or not when you can't see anything. When your entire frame of reference is gray. This is going to make a very dull-looking video on YouTube. It's like, but gray as far as the eye can see. Somebody's probably got gray, like just a plain gray video that's content ID'd out the ass. And it's going to be like, you'll never see this video because all the content ID system is gray. The season's gray, so it's just going to match me up against some video that nobody's ever seen. 2
laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go.
So, if you don't follow me on Twitter, I recommend it, but I'm biased because I'm me. I mentioned a couple weeks ago that I got content ID'd by the NHL, the National Hockey League. For those of you who've not heard of it, entirely possible. But they content ID'd me for an in-game demo in a 16, 17-year-old hockey game. Now, I know video games are getting realistic now, but that was a bit out there for me. And it's just the in-game demo that it claimed to be on, not anything else, just the in-game demo. Go figure, right? So why do I think that Content ID could flag me for just this gray race? Because I've seen stranger things happen. Oh, we're just killing it right now. But we know it's not over until checker flag.
Final lap. Repeat, this is the final lap.
Thank you, Jeff. We're just absolutely driving away from the field. So we're going to be very nice and careful. Respect the curbs. Respect everything. Because the last thing you want to do is throw away... And actually, Ant is behind me. If we had that pole, that would have been good right about now. So the most points that Rickard could have right now is 10. So that cuts the gap in half. Which is important to note. So the goal here is just to win the race. Get as many points on Rickard as possible. We are minus 10 to Rickard at the moment. So, I mean, everything I'm thinking is just in terms of that gap. So we'll come home, we'll take 15 points, and hopefully Ant can hold on to second there. Not celebrating yet. Normally I'd be happy about a win. But the job's not done yet.
Here's how the race finished. Well, he's starting to make a habit of this, the newcomer adding another victory to his tally.
Okay, now everyone, I'm assuming, is thinking the same thing as me right now, because I told you the gap was 10. The gap is 1 now. So, I don't know how countback looks. I assume countback favors me. Because I've not been tracking that all season. I assume that countback favors me, so... We just pulled back 9 of our 10 points on Rickard. So what that means, yes, that means whoever finishes higher in the next race wins the championship. Qualifying pending. I mean, if I score pole, it will actually literally be whoever finishes higher. So Yvonne started second. He caught it. Oh, no, I was going to say Bayard didn't get a point. Bayard's on 0 points. It's like Hoyk finally got points. No, Hoyk's gotten points before. And Yvonne scores his sole point. So we did pull back 9 points on, 10 points on Volvo in the Constructors' Championship, which I think means we still have to pull another 6 on them there. So 2 battles that we got to keep on tracking. Unfortunately, we won't be able to keep track of both of them at the same time since we won't be able to see where Yvonne and Johnny are. But I get the feeling we'll be able to keep eyes on Rickard the whole way. We'll now see this podium ceremony. Unlike last week, this podium ceremony I'm happy to partake in because we did pick up that win. We do get that nice gold trophy. So 9 laps and fog is the order of business for the feature race finale at Thruxton.
It's crunch time again as we join the one-shot showdown qualifying session.
I assume those skid marks are mine from the last race. And here we go. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they're just painted onto the track. Try and give you an idea of racing line. I mean, they do have that dark part to approximate the racing line for you. Let's wind this thing up. Clip too much curb there, but hopefully we don't lose too much time that way. Avoid that curb like the plague. Am I allowed to say that still? Got that thing wound up nice. Something fierce. Just going to do a $1.49 and hold on to that until we kind of overcook it a bit on the turning there. Until we see our brake marker for the last chicane. We'll turn it down here, 111.
So let's take a look at the full rundown of lap times.
Might have just been faster than that.
Well, the opposition had no answer for the new Audi driver there. That must be a near perfect lap.
It's pretty goddamn close, Tiff. I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty goddamn close. So now, for those of you keeping track of the championship, no gap. Winner take all, final race, eat your heart out, NASCAR. This is how a championship goes. So, not only that, but we've pulled the Constructors' Championship, the third place chase, down to 5 points. So, let's see where the other two are, because we see Rickard there down in 8th. He's got all the work to do. And Yvonne, just outside the points. Hey, not a bad quali, though, for Hoy there. He is trying, and Raz sits right in front, he is trying to hold on to 7th place in the Constructors' Championship for Ford. And all the way back off poor Peter Cox. I thought this was his track. He held the track record. There he is. 12 seconds off the pace. Kind of deserve it at that point. Can't just give it to the Peugeot drivers all the time. Alright, 9 laps for the championship. I am not going to lie. The heart's beating a little bit right now. There's a little bit of pressure I'm feeling right now. So, I just like... I'm starting to, I'm trying to keep it all together, but when was the last time I've ever actually fought for a championship in any Let's Play of mine, right? Swig of water for the working man and let's go to work.
And we could still get some rain yet, with the sky remaining overcast for today's feature race. And they're lined up on the grid again, this time for today's feature race, so let's join them for the start.
Please don't rain. That's all I ask is no rain. And it's lights out and away we go one last time. Here at sunny Thruxton. There goes Ant off to the lead. I think that was a 23 I saw on that. There goes... Oh, Christ! Attempted murder everywhere. Attempted murder everywhere. Plato in front, Leslie in behind. I see a Volvo in my mirror. Not what I want to see. You gotta get by Plato without getting myself killed. Which is easier said than done when you've got Jason Plato next to you. We'll split the gap here. We survived that somehow. We've gotten ourselves into the lead. Now we just got to streak away because we got to hedge our... Well, basically just got to hedge against any possible everything that could happen here. Because Tiff is talking so damn much about rain. Should not have popped that curb. Tiff is talking so damn much about rain that I am concerned.
The pit lane is open whenever you're ready to make a stop.
A little slippy through there. Through T1. A little slippy through T2. 3. And 4. Well, make the run for home. We could. Don't even think. The other day, I guess a couple weeks ago for you guys, the Formula One YouTube channel showed the 1997 European Grand Prix, and one of the things I remember from that race, I still remember to this day, is James Allen coming in with a pit report, and some of the Williams mechanics had grabbed him and said, "Murray hasn't given us the kiss of death. He hasn't said that Jocks won the championship, right?" It's I'm trying not to think about anything. I'm not trying to say anything right now. You guys don't think it at home. What we're doing is we're just trying to drive our race today.
Your teammate is coming in for his pit stop now.
Oh, I was going to say, even Jeff has gotten very silent on the radio. Like, I think everyone's kind of like, okay, just everyone kind of...
Other cars are starting to come in for their stops now.
Well, are we expecting it to rain or not? Can you give me a weather forecast, Jeff?
Okay, your teammate's just left the pit.
I mean, that is an update, Jeff. Not a weather update, but that is an update. Oh, man. I think actually it's because it's getting actually bright outside out my window here. It's like it's throwing me off. It's just like all I see is gray now. It's like, oh, is the sun peeking through? No, it is, just not in the game. Yeah, it's weird. It's been kind of cloudy, gray, kind of like this all day as I'm recording. I was gonna say, I suppose I could have turned down the rear wing, or like turned up the rear wing once, or slowed down final gear a bit. Jeff's not saying good job, not saying flying fast lap. He's just oh, so I think Reed's boxed because Thompson has gotten into P2. I wonder what sort of strategy Rickard is running. If I was him, I'd try the no-stop strategy right about here. I'm way too close to that curb. I'm way too close to the inside there. Way too close to that curb there. I'm scared of that something's just gonna jump out of the weeds and kill me. I don't care how many laps I've strung together. I'm just trying to avoid any repeat of Snetterton. Or I guess first Thruxton. Because didn't I cock something up and spin in first Thruxton? We're just finding faster pace every lap, so... we will have to come by... Oh, not this time. Okay, no, because there's just no 2 laps on the pit window. So next time will be 2 to go on the window, and then the one after that will be box. So I'm just looking at this in terms of I'm just trying to break the race down, trying to stay calm, trying to focus on strategy. Oh, Ant got back by. No, so Ant just made a mistake at Thompson. Capitalized. Thompson made a pass because he was given room by Ant. Either or. I was going to say, pay attention to what's in front of you. Don't pay attention to the timing and scoring so much. There's the camera position. Yep, which means... break it down to third. Get through the chicane. Nice, nice. Is the fog letting up or is it getting worse? I can't quite tell.
There's 2 laps left to make your pit stop.
Thanks, Jeff. I am quite concerned about weather, so it's like, do I stop now? Do I soldier on for another lap? Well, there's hitting a curb. That's not going to help matters. This is why you just streak away with a gap. Okay, so what I've been saying, avoid curbs. So according to that, we've lost 7 seconds, plus more time trying to get back up to speed. So the question is, what tires do we put on the damn thing? Like lefts, maybe? Because it's just basically a giant... long left-hander. Now we're making a run home. And I think I'm going to box this time. Got 10 seconds over Ant. We're going to box here.
Okay, pit's ready. Watch your speed.
The nice thing about Thruxton is the shortest pit lane on the calendar. Brakes.
Brake. Yeah. Go.
So someone did go by. We've lost 2 spots.
3 laps to go. Repeat. 3 laps to go.
There's someone coming up behind me. Cox. I'm gonna guess he hasn't boxed yet. Call me crazy, but I think that Cox still needs to pit. And I did not catch who... Okay, we're behind Cleland. I didn't see who's in front of Cleland. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We can see him up front. Just his taillights coming up in the fog. Now the question is... I'm assuming nobody else has to... I assume they have to pit. I'm backing out because I'm assuming he does not have to pit. So I'm like giving him all the room in the world. Or assuming he does have to pit. Because I do not want to be right up... Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, I did not want to be right up behind him as he pulled in.
Great drive. Just try not to make any mistakes.
God damn it, don't say that, Jeff. This is the first time all race that Jeff has gotten excitable. I was going to say, we've already made one mistake, Jeff. We just don't want to make another one. It's a good thing I have got this car under me. Anything else, like if I had any other time, if I had hit that curb and spun, I think I would have been toast. I mean, I guess except for the part where Rydell is not behind me. So it gives me a little hope. Just plant this car right in the middle of the track. Don't leave much to chance here. As we come through, down towards the chicane for the penultimate time. On brakes. Taking a nice conservative third. Just barely glanced the curb on the way by as we take the white flag.
Final lap. Repeat, this is the final lap.
Jeff's not saying anything, which is good. I do not want Jeff to say anything right now. Just business as usual as I overcook it into that turn. Got 15 seconds on Reed. And more on whoever's behind him. How much more, I don't know. Didn't lose that much time compared to the fast lap. Oh, that got a little skiddy there. A little bit more time on Reed through that first split. So don't think we're going to lap anyone. Now I'm just watching. Oh, there's that. There's the camera, which means, or the marshal's post, which means we're coming up to here. We're going to back it down a lot. Through there. Oh my god, we're going to win a championship. Oh my goodness, we've just won the BTCC.
So, let's see the final result. Everything fell into place for the new Audi driver there, and he notches up another feature race victory in the process.
Didn't have to do that, just had to finish on the podium to stay ahead of Rydell, but boy, that weekend went about as well it possibly could have. We did what we had to do, and we got a little help from Rydell in the end. Like I said, I haven't talked about the championship yet. Hoy comes home, pick up some more points. Yvonne can't pick up any points. I think we might have done enough to snag third in the Constructors' Championship. Well, I guess we'll see when it comes by. Somebody dinged up my left side there in that first lap scrum. I told you they were trying to kill me. Much murder was attempted on the opening of that race. Let's see if we get another celebration after this, though.
So that's it. The final race of the championship is over. Let's see the final points table. Well, incredibly, in only his first season, the new Audi driver has managed to clinch the 1998 Touring Car Championship.
Well, it kind of sounded like you guys were going to fire me if I didn't do that, so I think I didn't have much of a choice there, Tiff. Then on down the way.
Let's see how the teams have fared in the Constructors' Championship.
And while Nissan did retain their title from real life, and then Renault was second, we did pit Volvo just for the podium spot in the Constructors' standings. I won Standard Championship complete. Yay! That's my celebration, really. Congratulations, you completed round 18 in a championship on standard difficulty. You have access to the Castle Bavaria bonus track. Okay, that sounds cool. We get the... So, congratulations, you won a championship. Now let's play some credits for you. I mean, okay, that's fair, I guess. And that is TOCA 2 touring cars in the books, in the pocket, and out of sight. Man, that was a fun game. I do like racing games, so I'm predisposed to like old racing games. It's a little different than I was originally expecting. I was expecting the cars to be a little less well-handling, so it takes a little while for me to took a little while for me to get used to the handling. They are a little twitchy, so it is a little difficult at times to kind of figure it out. Oh, there we go. 7 wins, 2 second places, and 3 thirds. Puts me on top of the default standard championship standings. Cool. I'll take that. But yeah, I like this. It was a fun one to go back to. Like I said, it's a little more arcadey than I was expecting. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but it's just like when you're expecting something a little more on the Simcadey side, and it was a little more on the arcadey than the Sim side. It was like, wasn't quite going for that. Grid 2 instead of Grid Auto Sports sort of thing. If you want a comparison point for modern Cody's games. So I was expecting one, got the other. Hey, it's not exactly a bad thing. I enjoyed myself. I kind of wish that I had gone with the difficult championship just to keep the fun going. But we've still got the support championship, so it's got some replay value here. So you can pick whatever championship difficulty you want. You've got all the bonus tracks to unlock. You've got the bonus cars to unlock by the support championships. So there's a lot to this. It's not just like, one and done with the championship. Speaking of championships though, I do wish the championship was a championship and not a jumped up challenge mode. I've mentioned that before. I wish it was like if the support race championships were more like the real championship, the real championship was more like the support race championships, and that you have to meet certain, position or points thresholds to keep going. That would have been fine for support race championships or a challenge mode, but not for like the championship mode should just be a proper championship. I wasn't too fond of that, but when that's your big gripe, that's fine. I can live with that. So that will do it for this episode of TOCA 2 Touring Cars. We're not done with it yet, just because we do have a little more to go. We do have about 6 of these support car championships still to be done. Formula 4, the Lister Storm, the AC Superblower, the Grinnell Scorpion, the Tuscan Speed 12, and the JX J220. Anyway, yes, that will do it for this episode of TOCA 2 Touring Cars. Next time out will be where the game sends us. Probably Formula 4, but we do also have a bunch of bonus tracks that we can take a look at as well. We'll see what we're up to next time on TOCA 2 Touring Cars, but until then, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, share on social media, follow on social media. The social media handle is Unsilent on air, and that is for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. Don't forget, you can check out more TOCA 2 Touring Cars in the playlist. It's on the screen, in the description down below, and more videos anytime on the channel page. And until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.